Just over a year ago, I'd say my spending habits were pretty typical. Up until that point, I didn't place any limitations or boundaries on how much money I spent or saved. I'd see something in a social media post and I'd want it. I'd get upsold on things as simple as groceries, and I often ate at restaurants with friends. Okay, I don't have any friends, but that's besides the fact. Hey man, come on. Then I saw popular YouTuber Matt D'Avella make a YouTube video titled A Minimalist Approach to Personal Finance, where he talked about his spending, how he tackled over $97,000 in student loan debt, and the sacrifices he made along the way.
There's a basic formula to win at personal finance, and it's this: spend less money than you make.
Gee, he sure knows his money.
In practice, though, it's not that easy. Money seems to completely slip through our fingers. No matter how much money we make, our bank account seems to have a completely different agenda.
Matt's post piqued my interest, but it lacked one thing. You see, our timelines were a bit off, where I was spending money like crazy while I was still in college, and he spent like crazy after college. And so after watching this video that Matt had put together, I was thinking a few different things in the back of my mind. Number one is, here I am a little bit younger than he was at the time, ready to tackle my finances. This is a huge leg up. Maybe I can be as successful as him one day. And then the other thing that I was thinking was, is he actually content with limiting his spending? How is his life? Is it affecting him in any personal ways? My reaction to his video was, that's great for him, but living a life like that, it's gotta be super dull and boring. The excuses and rationalizations worked for a bit. Spending that extra cash right now improves my quality of life. So I thought to myself, I'll keep spending money. Everything I want, I can just put on my card. But something with Matt's video stuck with me, and senior year, I realized this man's onto something. As it turns out, he's one of the happiest and most inspirational YouTubers who genuinely lives life to its fullest.
But if we were instead to be more mindful about our spending, if we were to keep our lifestyle in check and not inflate it as our income rises, 5-10 years down the road, we're gonna be able to live a lot more comfortably, and we're gonna have so much more security than if we continue to increase our lifestyle every year.
Now, this is one of those things that's just so simple. It's like waking up in the morning, brushing your teeth, drinking a coffee, or taking a shower. It's a routine, and sometimes these things just make sense. And that is the exact same case here. So I began to think about it some more. I mean, really, how hard could it be? What could really go wrong by limiting my spending? And come to think of it, my rent payment was recurring, and I was spending faster than I could save. Now I had grown up needing to work for everything I wanted, and if I slipped up and couldn't afford to make a payment, no one was there to bail me out. I wondered how my life would change with an emphasis on saving. How much would my happiness be impacted? How much time would I lose because my friends were partaking in activities that cost a lot of money? And then I did it. I came up with my own financial rule that changed my life forever. This is sort of the reason why I created my YouTube channel and started documenting my financial journey. And it all circles around this one teaching from Matt, along with a rule that I had established as well. Now, the rule I had established went as followed. I looked at my living expenses on a monthly basis and determined that number to be $1,600. That included rent, utilities, food, subscriptions, everything that was costing me money. I then made sure that that money was in my checking account at all times. I was still working throughout college, and anytime a paycheck did come in, I ensured that that $1,600 value was in my account. Essentially, that $1,600 value became my net zero balance. Anytime I had excess cash, it would go into a savings account, and anytime I dipped below that $1,600, I would have to spend less money the following months. This gave me a safety net, so if anything were to happen, at least I'd have that next month covered. It was amazing to me that setting up this one rule would benefit me in unfathomable ways. It's a simple way of tracking your finances, but if you step back, it just makes so much sense. At first it was hard, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't dip below $1,600 that first month. But I stayed true to my new financial method, and it's taught me many different lessons, ones that I'm going to hold for the rest of my life. To To begin with, I was able to save more money in 1 year of college than I had the previous 3 years combined. As I changed up spending habits from dining out and buying frivolous items, I realized quickly how much these were adding up. My original goal of having $1,600 in an account soon changed as I was able to lower my cost of living by carefully shopping around and looking for deals instead of carelessly swiping my card. Many people refer to this as the ramen noodle budget because that's all college students can theoretically afford, and I'm glad that I put myself in that budget bracket. But I didn't realize how impactful it would be post-graduation. Consumerism is an ideology set up by marketers and salespeople as a ploy to siphon money from your pockets into theirs. Research shows that as you buy new products, your brain actually releases temporary serotonin, which is literally the chemical that tells your brain it's happy. But what I found is that as I was saving more money, as I was putting more money into my savings account, I was getting the same sort of satisfaction that I had been receiving when I was buying useless crap. And so these are changes that have stuck with me and I will hold true throughout the remainder of my life. First, I understand the bare minimum level I need to get by. Worst case scenario is I can scale back on non-essential items. It's important that you understand the sacrifice here has nothing to do with my mental health and purely deals with satisfaction in the financial realm. The challenge you'll likely find as you start making more money is that your living expenses tend to inflate alongside of your salary. But if you keep the same level of living while increasing your income, this is truly the golden ticket. All that money is literally cash being added into your pocket. So the best thing that I found to combat this is that anytime I received a pay bump, anytime I got a bonus, I would put that money directly into my savings account as to not inflate my living. After realizing how powerful this savings method was, I also decided to cut back on unnecessary subscriptions. I got rid of my Netflix, Amazon, and Spotify account so I could mooch off my girlfriend Emma's. In total, my savings after canceling unnecessary subscriptions totaled nearly $75 a month, which really doesn't seem like a lot, but over the course of a year, it adds up to be around $900 worth of spending. My favorite thing about cutting back was figuring out new creative ways that I could have fun.
Oh gosh, that's not good.
I found myself noticing and enjoying my surroundings much more than I ever had before. I got more active and found myself in nature more. I think in some aspects this allowed me to grow closer and build stronger relationships with some of my friends. Now clearly this is a financial tactic that I'm going to take with me forever, but for you personally, after watching this and making it this far into the video, I would really appreciate it if you showed me some support. I put a lot of effort into this video and this is more of the style that I would like to make on this channel here. So if you did enjoy it and you made it this far in the video, I'm hoping that you're just going to take a second, quickly click on that like button, and it's really going to mean the world to me. But for you, I want to know what you took away from this video. If you take a step back, are there some things that you can cut back in spending on? I'd be really interested to hear what some of you have to say. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video, and I hope you have a great day.